little bit I got, like she said, I'm comfortable here. And see, that's what's preventing people from getting ahead, because I'm good where I'm at. As long as I can get me a little nookie every once in a while, eat what I want to eat. I don't got to eat steak. I don't got to eat this, that, and three. I'm comfortable, but I'm still living paycheck to paycheck.
Okay.
And because I know this, I'm not, I don't. This is what I'm going to maintain.
I
I'm not going to
understand.
try and get further out of
People
that.
like the status quo in which they subscribe to.
Yeah.
Predictability. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, add on to that. Some people, like even with bad habits, if you're doing it long enough, it becomes part of your modus operandi. And you're unknowing that you're doing something that's divisive to you getting forward and progress. Like, stop smoking those cigarettes. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. But you know the long term, your lungs, I got you,
Not just that,
Callie.
you can't budget because not just that you can't budget because
I wasn't taking a
even if
shot. Just letting you know,
no,
Callie, I wasn't taking a shot.
no, but
That
you're
was
right
just
because
like habit, force of habits.
But
Yeah,
the
no,
paycheck, that ain't stupid. Like, even though I am where I am, it makes sense. Like, humans always forage, they barter, they beg, they barely survive to make it. So paycheck to paycheck is way comfortable, because if you come to Thailand or Africa, people are bartering eggs to eggs, melon to melon. It depends on what they sell. Every day they go out hoping that they can make a sale so they can feed themselves. And then that's how they live. There is no check. There's no big corporations. There's no jobs like that. They just got to go out here and figure out, I'm going to sell meat, noodles, what we going to do? And that's what they do. So net, a check to check is a way more comfortable space. And I get it, where people are just like, hey man, if I take a risk, I might be wiped out.
but
Makes sense. Why would you do that?
but
You almost
we
gotta seem kind of crazy to be like, I'm gonna go against the grain.
but I don't give a fuck about Thailand or the majority of the continent, to be 100% honest, right? We dealing with first world problems. I get it, but we dealing with first world problems. So they do
Exactly.
have
So just
checks.
remember that. That's what I'm
But
saying.
only
Just
I just
remember
hate, but I don't like the comparison. Oh, they doing this in Thailand. Give a fuck about that little corny ass island, right? I'm talking about the niggas over here living hard. How we characterize hard. That's what I'm
But
gonna
I'm
focus
not,
on.
yeah, but I'm not
You
saying
know?
it to say like shut up or something like that. What I'm
No,
just
but
showing you is the level of comfortability. So when you
I
say,
know, Ops,
how
but
can
you
people
saying
live
it.
check
You
to check?
saying it without saying it though. You saying like,
Okay.
well, y'all should be comfortable because at least it's not eggs to eggs.
No,
Go
I did
tell
not
my
say that. That's not what I'm trying to
no.
say.
What I'm
Okay,
saying,
okay, go
well,
ahead.
I'm just this is what was said, right? So you saying they don't even have big corporations to live paycheck to paycheck. Paycheck to paycheck isn't bad because they bartering eggs and meat and noodles, right? So the comparison is like how it sounds is it could be a lot worse, i.e., like over here in Thailand. If you go home and tell my niggas that's around the way, yo, they bartering noodles in Thailand, they gonna beat you the fuck up out there because
Well,
how
they're
they
not gonna
living
beat
is
me
hard.
up, but I get what you're saying.
It's a lot of them though. You'd be surprised, but
Yeah, well,
I've been beat up before,
the blicky
but
is real. But go ahead.
just in terms of like we minimizing what people going through, and I think we just have to deal with our people are going through, regardless of what they doing in Thailand. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying?
I get it, but I wasn't trying to use it like that. I was trying to use it in a way where we were asking a question about like, why do people's, like you even said, but why are you comfortable with living paycheck to paycheck though? Is that really comfortable? So what I
Yeah.
was just trying to say is like, yes, for humans in America, yes, it is. And then I gave an example, like, it's worse over here. So it's not crazy. It could be worse. And other people over here think it's cool too. They rather live like that. It's hard to get them to invest.
Yeah.
So
No,
again,
I
humans are
understand.
just human. So they're in America, we're
No,
just saying,
but I
yes.
can't let you get away from it. I know what you said. I regurgitated it. And I
Okay.
just don't like those comparison of these other
I got you. I
countries.
got you.
Like we got to be worried about what they doing. I don't got nothing to do with that. I
Yeah,
just
I got you.
know, I just know that you know what I mean. What the people are going through here is the things that I like to address without comparing them to everybody. We often get lost in the sauce of comparing. You know what I'm saying? As
Okay,
opposed to just addressing. Go ahead.
let's block off the world in our instance. That's completely fine. And then, like I said, the middle class, these are the strategies that you could implement along with other things you have to do probably. This is not the only thing, But along with this is how you hack the American dream. This is how you hack your way into a property. These are the things that you say the rich aren't telling you. And so I'm gonna tell you now, right? I don't know about back then, but now we have the age of information and technology, and we can move and disseminate this information. So when people are saying, "What are you doing?" Look, there's some forces out there that's trying to change the school system, and salutes to them. If you know of a good one, I'll donate. But I also got my thing going on that I got control over, which is, hey, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna get on this airway, create my own media around this, and provide that financial information for people who want it, and then stare. Because other airways are not gonna do that. They're gonna give you booty shaking and all that other stuff. Cool, I'm not here to, police them. I'm here to just do what I can, and that's it. When I pass away, that's it. I did what I did. I did the best I can, supplied the information, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, no, 100%. Was anybody else want to get in?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Hamp. We can't using other people. Look, you got to understand your audience, right? And they have their own limitations in their mind, and those are the ones you have to defeat. So rather than approaching them saying, "Listen, there are people with less that can do more and have done more because they were willing to take the risk," people aren't going to look at that and give a shit. What people will have to understand is, if you take this risk, there's a reduced chance that you will fall below where you are currently. That's how you build trust. People have to understand that it won't have a negative impact on them. Forget about what people that have less have done. They don't care about that. They don't want to see them following your advice resulting in them being in a worse situation than they were before they got to your advice. And you do that in ways where you say, like, all right, there's protections you can put in place. You have a 401k, great. Did you know that's an investment vehicle you can use to invest in real estate as well? The amount of the contribution that you can put into your 401k is capped at about $20,000 between you and your employee. But if you have a certain amount, in your 401k, you can take that out, be your own bank, essentially. Take that out, invest it in a property to be, purchased, fixed, flipped, and sold, and come back to your account with $100,000. Now that goes beyond the contribution cap at $20,000 because it's an ROI. It's not a contribution to the principal. Not only that, you can pay back everything except the loan you took out, and you can feed that loan over time because there's interest on the loan. But where's that interest go? To your account. The interest is paid to you, not some other bank. Now, what's the difference here?
Exactly.
Right now, your 401k is wrapped up in a market that could potentially crash. And when and if it does, now we're talking about what Callie said, people lose. But when you buy into a piece of real estate, what's the one thing that everybody does to a house? They buy insurance. So if your deal goes upside down or something, that house bursts into flames, you have an insurance company that's liable to pay you back, or at least make sure you're made whole. Now, there's a lot of paperwork involved with this, but what you're doing is essentially building confidence in someone's that their risk that they are about to take is supported by some fail safes that are woven inherently into whatever it is you're suggesting that they do.
Can I get in?
Aaron,
Wait, you said the company match you too,
um,
right? You said the company match you in that 401k?
Yeah, but that's the annual contribution. What the
but
company
they match
matches
you, right?
is capped, right? I'm talking about a return on the investment.
Shout outs, I got you. But shout outs to the corporation for matching you on that too.
Oh, well, there you go. Right, that's another
gain.
conversation. No, there you go.
Yeah. But go ahead.
But
go ahead,
what I was saying towards what Hemp is saying is I just feel like it's very disingenuous to bring up the third world countries because we wasn't gifted a first world country. No, we built it. So this whole idea of trying to make it seem like Americans are generationally just lazy, how? And we're keeping it running. This isn't just a magical piece. People have fought, wars, died, built bridges, everything. And the people who are building your infrastructure, the people who actually are making this place a first world country are the main people suffering. Y'all always want to bring it to the lowest of the low, like people aren't working. We fucking make America what it is, the people. And y'all are shitting on the people who make America great. Corporations are stomping on the Americans who make America great. We wasn't gifted a first world country. Our grandfathers, they built this bitch. Brick by brick, hand by hand, and we're still putting our time in. We're still clocking in every week, working 10, 12, 14 hours, 40 hours a week, the majority of us, and then we're working overtime. We still putting our blood, sweat, and tears into this nation to make this nation a first world country, not the corporations.
Well, no, I would say in
what are the
conjunction with the
corporations gonna be if nobody show up to work? The ports just striked. If nobody show up to work, what is your corporation?
Yeah, and then what are you without the corporation? So I think it's a two-way street. We get caught up in our image and ego as the people. It's a two-way street. Without the corporation, you wouldn't have no goddamn port. What you mean? Who made the investment? Y'all didn't come together as a tribe and build railroads. So it's in conjunction with those people who end up building our industries. It's in conjunction with them. Y'all working as a group. You signed the contract. That's the agreement. So again, it's both people. I think we get in like, man, without us, it'll be nothing. And also without those people, it'll be nothing.
Listen, people could do it without.
So it's a two-way street.
We could do it without the corporations. The corporations can't do it.
Then do it. Do it then.
We can do it without them.
It can't be done.
That's the mindset that people are missing. That's actually the problematic mindset. Is the fact that we think that we need them. When they they need us.
We need each other. We need each other.
If 1% of y'all just disappeared, we would figure it the fuck out. If all of us disappeared, y'all would be
Y'all
lost.
was about to fight over toilet paper during the pandemic. Y'all need the actual
because of the pandemic that y'all set up.
Okay, so
running around in fucking circles.
The impasse in the road is why it was mentioned earlier. While whites are able to group together and grow, Asians are able to group together and grow, and those other ethnicities are able to pile their money. You look at the Latinos that come to this country, they live 30 in one house, and then they start buying houses and work as a community. One of the biggest things taught to me is that we lack unity, and that comes back from, maybe I'm touching Francis Cress Wilson's book, that we never healed since we've been over here. We've been taught and stuck in a position where we are built to mistrust and live in worlds of divide and conquer. We stay in that same bucket of crab and barrel mentality, and then we never address it. So we have conversations where we are here. Sherelle is 100% right. We were bought over here as labor, built this country on free labor. There's people that made multitudes of money. There's generational wealth off our back, our blood. Got it. But what do we do now? When given an opportunity, and we put somebody as the pastor as for teaching us certain things, they fail us miserably. So then we regress more rather than seeking a part where we could work, because if we're unified, nothing could stop us.
Sherelle, go ahead. Not to mention, these people are coming from...
Hold on, bro. Let me... Hold 1 second. 1 second. I just don't know. I can't see. It's blurry.
It's Ricky.
Yeah. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear y'all. What's up, pound?
Oh, what's popping? I can't see you. You blurry as hell. What's goody? How you?
Man, I'm alive, man.
Indeed. Good to see you, man. You can get in as soon as Sherelle finish, man.
So my thing is, I think what we miss is there's Asians working in sweatshops. Like all of these places and these people that we big up when they come to America, they're poor people where they come from too. They're coming to America for the better things. So I think we always miss that about the working together. But like I said, it's an American issue. Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That's white and everything else. One thing about it is you're never going to a Popeyes where they're all Asian. You are never going to go to a Walmart where everybody in Walmart is Asian. Asians, the only place you're going to find a bunch of Asians working is at an Asian restaurant or Asian nail shop or Asian. They only work with and for each other. They live in the neighborhoods. They do not speak your language. Them motherfuckers is not assimilating. That is the reason. They don't need a reason to assimilate because they have a culture in a country that they can tie their shit to. This is our country. There is no assimilation. This is our way of life. This is all we know. This is all we are. So it's just disingenuous to keep on comparing ourselves to people who are totally different than us. We need to be working on what our just do is here.
Which is financial literacy and a bunch of other things.
Man.
But But y'all just don't want to swallow the pill. I don't know I could just be like, you know what? Yeah, I need to fix that too, in conjunction with anything else y'all got. What I'm saying is some other conversations too. That's just one.
Everybody's not good
because they're working for each other. So if all black people decide to say we're not working for any major corporations, we're only going to get shit and work with each other, yeah, then we would fuck the game up.
Wow.
I see what you're trying to convey.
This shit is a monopoly game where the bank is cheating. This shit is really a monopoly game where the bank is cheating. Like, as soon as folks understand, like, it don't matter if the motherfucker paid you $1,000 an hour, because if they willing to pay you $1,000 an hour, then they willing to pay you $100,000 an hour. Like, when you understand that, and if anybody on here watched The Walking Dead, I like that show because it's a reflection of real life. My boy Negan on there said the shit the best. People are a resource, bro. Like, people are a resource. And that's real life. Fuck a apocalypse and some zombies and shit. That's really real life, bro. Until people understand that we are the shit that makes the system, we ain't gonna get ahead. And the only thing holding us back, well, it's a couple things, but the only thing holding the black community back for real is niggas is too focused on looking in the past at some slavery shit and willing to take the easy cop out. It's built-in excuse. And niggas don't got no control of their money. Like, if niggas knew what to do with their money, like, we could be so much further. Like, and this coming from a ex-street nigga who made it. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, I was in the mix. But when folks learn financial literacy, that take the chains off of your brain. Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you kind of say you can make it if you try.
Yeah, but you gotta also know your limitations. A team only as good as its limits. Like, and it ain't no iron team. And we, as the alleged supposed to be 13%, nigga, we playing eyeball. We ain't playing no fucking wee ball, no team ball. Like, nigga, you come in the hood, bro. You got engineers, bro. You got scientists in the fucking hood. Nigga, cooking crack is a science, my nigga. Like, I'm just like, if you really boil this shit down to just simple, just what it is, like, nigga, that it's a science to that shit. Knowing how to cut your shit is a science, my nigga. Like, nigga, we got scientists and engineers in the hood everywhere. Nigga, we got security forces. We got a military in the fucking hood. Nigga, we are own military. We keep looking for a handout from a motherfucker. Like, I can't get with that, bro. Like, I ain't for no excuses, bro. Like, my folks came over this motherfucker with nothing. Was in them internment camps, like in the 60s, like.
Yeah, I think we misconstrue the violence for military tactics. That ain't what that is. Them niggas with no discipline, running around shooting each other for the same square footage, selling dope, cutting it with nail polish, getting niggas sick, niggas overdose. That ain't engineering. That ain't science, mathematics. It's easy. It's easy to hit it with baking soda, right? I understand it and I know what it does and does not entail. And so what niggas was doing outside ain't no military tactic.
Yeah, now compare that to people creating nitroglycerin, and now you see what you up against.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop real quick. I'm gonna bring up. I'll bring up Mr. Fantastic real quick. I'm gonna go down.